Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Warning: spoilers ahead for the Chicago Fire Season 13 premiere. Wallace Boden is replaced in Chicago Fire Season 13 by the brand new Firehouse 51 Battalion Chief, and there are a ton of interesting things to discover about him. One Chicago has canceled its summer break after having to cut its season because of the two 2023 strikes in Hollywood. Even though Season 12 of Chicago Fire only included 13 episodes, a lot transpired, with a number of cast members leaving the show and several new ones joining. It was difficult losing Blake Gallo, Sylvie Brett, and Derek Gibson in such a short period of time, but it was nothing compared to bidding Boden go. Ensembles make up procedurals, which enable them to go on for extended periods of time without getting monotonous or wearing out their principal actors. There are numerous people, thus the plots change every week. Beyond that, though, it also facilitates the project's progression during the inevitable cast changes. In 2024, One Chicago will feature a number of non-returning characters, including some from Chicago Fire. Therefore, even while it is painful to see Boden leave Firehouse 51, his replacement, Dom Pascal, ushers in a completely new age of first responder series storytelling. Why Dom Pascal replaces Wallace Boden as chief in Chicago Fire. Boden's promotion forced him to leave. Over the years, Chicago Fire has lost countless characters for varying reasons and manners. In Season 12, however, the departures of Gallo and Brett were announced beforehand, allowing the show to set up their eventual farewells and giving the audience time to prepare for their respective exits. Boden departing, however, wasn't announced until toward the end of the year. There's no clear reason why Eamon Walker was leaving, although the Chicago Fire Season 12 finale was able to come up with a good reason for his departure. Unsurprisingly, Boden won to be the first deputy fire commissioner, which meant he had to move on from Firehouse 51. Ahead of Walker's send-off, Boden had been out of office before the Chicago Fire Department elections. He was supposed to only be a bystander in the political process, but after realizing that it would be better for him to run and potentially win, he did. Unsurprisingly, Boden won to be the first deputy fire commissioner, which meant he had to move on from Firehouse 51. Before securing the position, however, Boden chose Christopher Herman to be his successor, but that didn't come to fruition. Boden leaving Chicago Fire and Herman not being able to secure the requirements to replace him paved the way for the arrival of Dermot Mulroney's Dom Pascal. The Season 13 premiere, Monster in the Field, focuses on establishing him as the new leader of Firehouse 51. Considering everything else that is happening with other characters, the information revealed about him is limited thus far. That said, it's clear that he is no Chief Boden. What Chicago Fire has revealed about Dom Pascal. The Chicago Fire Season 13 premiere establishes Pascal as Boden's replacement. It has been months since Boden's election win when Chicago Fire Season 13 premiere picks up. Despite this, Monster in the Field barely reveals anything about him on a deeper level. Instead, it focuses on establishing the preliminary information about him thanks to a few expository scenes. For starters, he started his career as a firefighter in Chicago, but was in Miami for years before coming back to Chi-Town. It's unclear what exactly prompted his move, but based on his tense conversation with his wife, it seems like he was motivated to follow her. Chicago Fire hasn't shared why Pascal relocated from Chicago to Miami in the first place, but the visit from his former colleague suggests that he didn't have the best send-off the first time he left the Windy City. It's safe to say that this is something that will be revisited moving forward, as One Chicago delves deeper into Mulroney's new character. For now, however, there's still so much to learn about Pascal, and it doesn't help that he doesn't seem to be personable to the rest of Firehouse 51. How Chief Pascal compares to Boden. Pascal's differences to Boden creates friction in Firehouse 51. While he does express his respect for Boden, The new battalion chief is also undoubtedly adamant about establishing himself as Kelly's severide and the rest's new leader. He has already implemented new rules that have divided the rest of Firehouse 51, including not having their phones out during lunch break so the squad can bond. Surprisingly, out of everyone, Stella Kidd is having the hardest time coming to terms with Pascal being the new chief now. Because of the Chicago Fire Season 13 premiere's limited time, the jury is still out about Mulroney's character's personality. That said, according to reports, Pascal will have a different leadership style than Boden. Snippets of this have already been shown in Monster in the Field, as it creates subtle friction between him and some of Firehouse 51's most veteran members. Kidd, Severide, and Herman all have had odd encounters with him. While nothing serious has come out of those interactions, a bigger conflict can break out any time if this continues moving forward. Granted that Boden wasn't exactly chirpy during his time, it's quite odd to call Pascal cheery, especially considering his first few shifts with the team. Because of the Chicago Fire Season 13 premiere's limited time, the jury is still out about Mulroney's character's personality. That said, according to reports, Pascal will have a different leadership style than Boden. Snippets of this have already been shown in Monster in the Field, as it creates subtle friction between him and some of Firehouse 51's most veteran members. Kidd, Severide, and Herman all have had odd encounters with him. While nothing serious has come out of those interactions, a bigger conflict can break out any time if this continues moving forward. Granted that Boden wasn't exactly chirpy during his time, it's quite odd to call Pascal cheery, especially considering his first few shifts with the team. While he may be new to One Chicago, Mulroney is a veteran of the industry, having been active in Hollywood since 1986. He has an extensive career both on the small and big screen. Some of his notable films are Long Gone, 1987, Point of No Return, 1993, The Wedding Date, 2005, The Family Stone, 2005, Zodiac, 2007, and August Osage County, 2013. He's best known for his role as Michael O'Neill in 1997's My Best Friend's Wedding, which also stars Julia Roberts and Cameron Diaz. He was recently in 2003's Anyone But You with Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney. On the small screen, Mulroney has appeared in many shows. The list includes Friends as Gavin Mitchell, New Girl as Russell Schiller, American Dad, as Jesse, and Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion as President Ritson. Before joining Chicago Fire as Firehouse 51's new battalion chief, Mulroney played Station 19's Greg Tanner, a criminal who hid from the police. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe My Fast Gossip 24 to our channel, and stay with us.